Is there anything more exciting than a new school to conquer? I mean, besides the obvious, raising laser sharks. I had already gone as far as I could in my old school when I received this acceptance letter.
To Stephanie Von Malethany, congratulations on your acceptance to Mooseberry Masterclass for the exceptional and very, 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 very gifted.
It feels like the head mooster is missing a few varies. Not only am I gifted enough to belong here, I have a plan to run this place before the new year.
A new student in the middle of the school year. It's a Christmas miracle. I wonder if she needs any help sorting out her Mooseberry ways. I could help her out.
I'm not here to make friends or celebrate seasons. I'm here to do one thing: succeed at any cost. I will overthrow each leader in their specific expertise. Simply put, I will outscience the scientist.
My calculations indicate no way.
Outfashion the fashionista.
I know what's in style, and it's not you.
Outplay the athlete.
That's out of bounds.
And I'll out-tech the kid who collects toenails.
You do it one time, and suddenly that's how everyone knows you.
My plan will guarantee my success, and only with that success will I be content. No one can stop me.
Wow, Nuka really is confident. But I think she's putting too much emphasis on her plan for... How'd she put it?
I will crush them all.
Yeah, that. I'm no expert in science, fashion, sports, technology. I should really study more, but I know enough about the Bible to know that there's only one plan that guarantees she'll be content, and that's God's plan. His plan was for Jesus to be born in a stable and laid in a manger. He sent angels to tell Mary and Joseph that they would be earthly parents of our Savior. So the plan was made even before then. I know this is a school for geniuses, so there's a lot of pressure for excellence. But a plan for total domination won't make anyone content. The only path to being content is following Jesus.
If I wanted advice from a double Q- student, I'd call the toenail kid.
Hey, she means me. Hey, she means me.
So the head mooster wants me to give a presentation about myself. You know, my likes, dislikes, my plan for total mooseberry domination. I probably shouldn't mention that last part. Good morning, underlings.
Good morning, Steffa.
No doubt, my infamous reputation preceded my arrival to Mooseberry Academy. But in case you've been living in a cave,
Or biosphere.
allow me to introduce myself. I'm Stephanie Von Malethany, Mooseberry's greatest student ever. What makes me great, you ask?
I did?
Several things. My commitment to excellence, my natural ability, my beauty. Eyes front in last year's blouse. My charm, but none of that compares to my self-sufficiency.
Self-sufficiency means the ability to do your work without anyone else helping.
I don't need anyone to help me. What?
You think you could help me with my self-sufficiency? I can't really do it alone.
How are you at a school for geniuses?
I'm not sure, but it happened right after I became the world's youngest internet billionaire. Maybe we should ask the head mooster how it got in.
I'm not done monologuing. As I was saying, I got to Mooseberry without any help, and I'll rise to the top of the class without any help. Double Q minus, do you have a question?
I'm still not clear on the double Q minus. Is it like a C?
If it was like a C, you'd have a C.
Right. So like a D?
Did you have a question for me?
Yeah. My question was, really? You think you can do all this stuff without any help?
That's what I said.
Well, it's just that that's not true. I think if all of us, you included, are honest with ourselves, we realize we need help. We need friends to bond and connect with. But we need something more. A savior who makes it possible for us to make it through this weird world. So we can live forever in heaven. God sent Jesus as that savior. He was born so each one of us could be saved today. That's why we praise him and worship him at Christmas.
Everyone needs someone, Stephanie.
And Jesus was sent for everyone.
Are you finished?
Yes.
As I was saying, top of the class, all by myself. Now, to recap.
We're really getting through to her.
What makes me great? My commitment to excellence, my natural ability.
Welcome, class. This is your head Mooster. Here is your chance to show us what exceptional and very, very, very gifted students you all are. It's time for Moose Brains. You will hear a simple story and then answer 3 multiple choice questions. If you believe the answer is number 1, then raise 1 finger. If you believe the answer is number 2, raise 2 fingers. If the answer is 3, raise 3 fingers. Let us begin.
Have you ever heard the story of William Atherton Browning III? Not long ago, he was a student here at Mooseberry Academy, and now he's the subject of a Christmas legend, a legend even more curious than that of the tunnels underground Mooseberry that doesn't exist, yet I digress. Browning was the top academic scholar until one fateful near Christmas day during the all-school Smart-Off competition. On this particular year, the pressure of school and the competition proved to be too much for him. In a high-pressure situation like this, what should his plan have been? A. Take off his shoes and exit the competition mumbling to himself something about pickles. B. Lay down on the floor during the competition and take a quick nap. Or C. Talk to an invisible helper and ask for assistance coping with the high-pressure situation. You now have 5 seconds to answer which of these plans he should have made.
So at first glance, all these seem a little strange. But when you consider the invisible helper is actually talking about the God of the universe who created everything, it's clear the answer is C. We should talk and pray to God in any high pressure situation. I bet you all got it right.
Browning did not pick C. In fact, having no plan for such a situation, he ended up doing A, taking his shoes off and leaving the competition mumbling about pickles. He was never seen again. Many believe he is still on school property living off a large jar of pickles hidden in the school's underground tunnels that doesn't exist. If this is the truth, whose plan was it for him to end up in the tunnels? A, his own plan, B, God's plan, or C, the head mooster's plan? You now have 5 seconds to answer.
So your instinct might have been to say B, God, because God does have a plan for all of our lives. But we all make mistakes and choices that are more our plan than what God would want us to choose. Answer is actually A. It was William's plan, and it sounds like a terrible one. This William guy is not real, right?
Oh, he's real. But like I said, no one knows for sure what happened to him. Now on to the story. Clearly, William made a poor plan when he planned poorly. But suppose he made the ideal plan to silently pray to God for help. Where might he be right now? A, the reigning champion of the Smart-Off competition? B, on a third-year tour inside a biosphere? Or C, the owner of the Shoe Bake Corporation where you bake pizza in your shoe?
Those are our only options, huh? Well, the truth is, any of those is possible. When I'm wondering, I remember the verse in Jeremiah. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God knows exactly what we need.
Excuse me, I have to interrupt. The Bible girl has it all wrong. Every one of the possible outcomes for this William guy would have landed him in the exact same spot he's in now. Gone. The fact is, he couldn't cut it. It takes someone like me to handle the academic pressure of the all-school smart-off. And one day, I'll have that opportunity.
I don't know what it takes to win a competition like that, but I do know what it takes to find peace. God. And he sent that possibility in the form of a baby born in a stable over 2,000 years ago. Jesus. He's the reason we celebrate this time of year. His birth was God's plan for us. What's that? It came right out of the floor vent. It's a flyer for the all-school smart-off the year William Browning ran out. It says, I want to hear more about God's plan. It's signed W.A.B. the third. Smells like pickles. I just found out that there used to be this kid here, William, who walked away from a school-wide scholastic competition. He was about to win when he gave up. The legend goes that he lives in the tunnels under the school that don't exist but are guarded. Anyway, I found this note. I want to tell everyone about it, but I want to wait and make sure it's real. Besides, everyone is occupied with something else.
I'm very excited. 5 Christmases ago, our class conducted an experiment. We predicted for each other where we thought we would each be this Christmas. Today, we uncovered the results of our experiment.
Merry Christmas, Mooseberry Masterclass, for the exceptional and very, very, very gifted students who attend. And also Alex.
I'll go first. My prediction was for Ollie. 5 years ago, I predicted that Ollie would invent a new sport with a square ball and a huge net made of Swiss cheese. I predicted that he would name that sport Ollie Ball.
That's a great name. Let's see. I invented sky karting, herky ball, swing pull hoop, and 14 other sports. But none of them have a square ball or a net made out of food. Nice try. My turn. My prediction was for Paris. I said she designed a new line of clothes made from caterpillar fur that comes with matching cell phone covers. I predicted it'd be a touchdown.
Caterpillar fur? That's so passé. And cell phone covers that match outfits? Ridiculous. Everyone knows you match the outfits to the cell phone covers. I'll go. I predicted that Jasper would try to invent time travel, but the school wouldn't allow it, so he'd focus on the hybridization of plants and machines.
Robo-lilies, exactly! And that time travel stuff, spot on! Wow, Paris, amazing! My turn!
Whoa, maybe Paris is a prophet?
Hey, Toenail Kid, there's no such thing as prophets.
My prediction was for...
I'm sorry, I don't want to argue, but actually there are such things as prophets.
I thought this was a school for very, very, very gifted kids.
And also Alex.
Thanks, Lannis. Now, I'm not saying I think Paris is a prophet. She's really smart, so maybe she's just really good at drawing natural conclusions. But prophets were and are real. The Bible is full of them. Prophets predicted what would happen to cities, nations, and people. They gave warnings from the Lord. And since it's Christmas time, I have to mention how they predicted the birth of Jesus. When he was born, he fulfilled the prophecies that were made from a long time before him. They all came true. And Jesus is the reason we get to celebrate today.
Did they predict what I'm going to do next?
I doubt.
Done? Good. Alright. My prediction was about William Arthington Browning III. The academic stress proving to be too much for him, he will leave this school never to be heard from again.
Whoa.
Spot on. Maybe I'm the prophet.
I wouldn't count on it, because William was heard from again. And he wrote me a letter. Things at Mooseberry are getting a little weird since coming back from Christmas break.
These are the chronicles of Mooseberry Masterclass and the exceptional and very, 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 very gifted student, Stephanie Von Malefany, who attends.
There's so much happening at Mooseberry. Someone needs to start a newspaper to keep everybody informed. But until that happens, the head mooster went on Christmas vacation and apparently left Stephanie Von Malefany in charge. As a result, it has become even harder for everyone to excel in their studies. Except Stephanie, who is getting straight A asterisks, which as you know are better than A pluses. Sounds like someone is benefiting from grading their own work.
Also, she's giving everyone extra work. So much work, I haven't had time to investigate the clues I found about an old student here at Mooseberry, who I believe still may be living in the tunnels below the school that are guarded by
The Turkey Tamers. Stephanie took control of the Turkey Tamers. It used to be a club dedicated to excellence and the protection of a secret tunnel below the school that doesn't exist. But since she took over, she's trying to turn them into a horde of evil minions.
I don't understand why everyone is so surprised that I am taking control of the school. I feel like I was very clear from the moment I arrived. I will crush them all.
I think her plan was to get rid of the head mooster.
I call forfeit. Cheaters never win and winners never cheat.
I'm not saying I did or didn't have anything to do with the headmooster's extended vacation. I'm only saying my plan is going according to, well, plan. I now have complete control over whether you're allowed to stay in school or get kicked out.
What good could it
Possibly do to kick you all out? Well, with no competition, I'll easily be the best student. Told ya, I had a plan.
We're doomed.
Wait, Stephanie isn't the only one with a plan. We have a plan too. And that plan is to pray.
Your plan is to pray?
Well, yeah. Since Alex has told me about Jesus, God's been working on me. God's plan is to grow me and fill me with his wisdom. That's what his plan was when Jesus was born, and that's his plan for you. When we face problems like a very intense new kid taking over our school and ruling like a dictator,
I will crush them all.
we should ask God for wisdom. So that's my plan.
Wow, Lannis. Well said. Pray to God. Good plan. Let's do it and see what happens.